Hey y'all, so as promised, I am back with my Capricorn Lunar Cycle reflections. And if you're not aware, this lunar cycle lasted from December 30th, 2024 to tomorrow, January 29th, 2025. So I actually had a lot of insights come through for me during this cycle, as I always do, but this cycle, they really hit, and I'm really excited to share them. So this entire cycle was about us evaluating how we manage our creative power. It was about evaluating our relationship with our creative self. And when I'm talking about creative power, I'm talking about the mother within, the authentic expression of our divinity, our being, the joyous connection and embodiment of Source. For a while now, I have been studying how society views motherhood. Well, shit, we know how they view it, more so how we understand motherhood. And in addition to that, I was also observing how our understanding of motherhood affects our ability to properly or healthily mother ourselves. And when I say mother ourselves, I just mean like create. But anyways, it's no secret that the patriarchy has gone to great lengths to stifle, exploit, erase, you name it. They have gone to great lengths to make sure that we have a disharmonious relationship with creativity. And I wanted to read something real fast because I just feel like I could say it. Now, I wrote it and I feel like I can't say it any better. I said they have gone to great lengths to attempt to destroy our connection to the source of this ability to create, the ability to breathe life into our dreams and visions. Source, creator, God, goddess, whatever you may prefer, shows up through the parts that our mothers gave for us to have life. Our mothers, creators, give birth to us, giving us the ability to be one as well. And their attempts to disconnect us is evident all around us. As of recent, we've seen that with the TikTok ban. They've seen a bunch of people using their creative power to create, and then they automatically want to come take it. They want to put an end to it. I think I learned the other day that they uprooted most of female trees, which is why we don't really have a lot of fruit. Or I remember I live in Memphis. You used to could pick up pecan, the pecans anywhere. They said that it used to be pears that grew here, apples, and then as we grew up, my generation, as we grew up, I just slowly start to see them like fade out. We don't have any of that anymore. That's evidence of them stifling creativity. And although I say fuck them people, because they can't control women's bodies, period. You also seen that with the Roe versus Wade, them overturning it. It's evident all around us. And that's just like as of recent. In the patriarchy's eyes, to be a good creator, a good mother, is to produce and comply. There is no space to grow. There is no space to be. There is no space to spiral in and out of control. Patriarchy has always tried to convince us that true mothering, true creativity, true creative power is used for everything else but self. To navigate this experience, it believes that self-sacrifice is the key, especially for women. We're supposed to be everything to everyone and feed ourselves the very last with the leftover crumbles. And bringing it back over to astrology, this is expressed through the relationship between Cancer and Capricorn. This is always associated with the mother, nurture, care, devotion. And as a result, society has always held on to the belief that in order to be a good mother, we must give of our complete selves. Remember, when I say mother, I just mean creator, because we all have the ability to create. But back to what I was saying, the patriarchy truly believes that she must sacrifice and give up her home, that is her being, in order to properly tend to her creation's development. And I've learned during this cycle that that is just not true. And you know what? To the patriarchy's satisfaction, I used to think this too. I used to think that you earned being cared for by others. The more you gave, the more you got back. One day. I used to think that by me giving, somehow they'll maybe take a hint and give back, return the energy back to me. But of course, 26-year-old me knows that this isn't how things work. To be a good mother, a good creator, true nurture, true care starts at home first. with self. I know we're all familiar with one cannot pour from an empty glass. So although I meant well, it still didn't matter because my complete disregard for myself posed a danger to my home. If I'm tending to everybody, who's tending to me? I always say that Moon is home and Saturn teaches us how to honor home and maintain our home in everything that we do. As a creator or mother, we can't give what we don't have. Provide an authentic experience without having experienced that truth for ourselves. I learned that when you give poorly, nurture poorly, you care poorly, your creation will develop poorly. I learned that my work on myself, my home, directly affects my passions. My home is a mess, and when I say home, I'm talking about yourself and anything connected to you. Like me, for example, when I refer to my home, I'm talking about me, the who is sitting before you, this house, the people that are a part of my life, everything that's in my home that affects my home. It's a mess when it's in shambles. My creations, my sense of self, my commitment are all compromised. When I lose access to the proper flow of my home, it directly affects how I show up in the world. And I can go on and on, child, but that's the end of this thought. That actually leads me to, I think, one of my last thoughts, which I would do in part 3. And here are, I think this is the last part. Here are a few more things I learned about our creative power. So earlier this month, what's the date? I have it written down. On January 7th, I came across this creator named Liv. Her is at Glitterbones. She was just talking about how we should be focused on devotion rather than discipline. It really made me think. And before I get to what it made me think about, seeing this post is what pieced it all together. A few days later, I saw a post that said, discipline is training your mind not to give a shit if it's hard or it hurts or it sucks. If it needs to be done, it gets done. This just goes back to what I was saying about what society has taught us being a mother or a creator is. That how you feel, your needs don't matter. Forget what you want, forget caring about you, forget making sure that your being is secure, your being is stable. Disregard all of that, shut the fuck up, proceed past go, do the shit, and don't complain about it. As creators or mothers of our life, this is what we've been taught when it comes to managing our creative power. Creativity is a pleasure-filled, joy-filled phenomenon. In this life, to create is as essential as breathing. Just like a rough, stifled, strained breath wouldn't be normal, using our power under these conditions isn't either. This type of thinking, suck it up and keep it pushing, is the exact type of thinking that has led society to its detriment. This type of thinking is us creating in spite of, and it's a direct act of betrayal against ourselves. I also feel like this type of mindset contributes to the overconsumption that plagues this world too. Need to go, do. Complete disregard for our current feelings, the temperament of our environment, or simply the truth of our existence. If we're tired, we should rest. If it's hard, it's worth exploring why that may be. And so on and so on. There is no need to operate and use your creative power from a place of lack. It would be like driving a car on flat. You won't make it far, and even if you do, it will not be a quality ride. It'll stress you the hell out the whole time, which is what you get by when you look at society today. We all are stressed out in some type of way. And of course, a lot of us are breaking out of that, but that suck it up and keep it pushing shit has plagued this land, this world, this planet for generations. And this burdensome outlook has lingered with heaviness for the longest. By all means, give a shit. It's really not worth it if you don't give a fuck about it. Going back to the creator Liv, when she was talking about tapping more into devotion rather than discipline, she mentioned that creativity rewards those with the highest self-respect. And to start treating every part of our day as important as a ritual. And I think she put on the screen like ritual equals act of love and discipline equals chore. Devotion is love, loyalty, or enthusiasm for a person, activity, or cause. Being devoted to your health, your wellness, is how you healthily tap into your creative power. What did I say the post said? Discipline is training your mind to not give a shit if it's hard, or it hurts, or it sucks. If it needs to get done, it gets done. That is exactly what devotion does not look like. What did I say in the video? I think it was part 2. If you nurture poorly, if you care for your creation poorly, it's going to develop poorly. If you don't give a shit, your creation is going to be shit. You are the first creation that you focus on. We were all created. If you don't nurture yourself healthily, if you don't care for yourself, if it's poor, the results are going to be poor. Our creative power can be honored daily by taking care of ourselves daily, tending to ourselves, our needs, our wants, our desires, our visions. Like she said, treat every part of our day like a ritual. Ritual is purpose to honor connection. I take a shower every day to maintain my connection to cleanliness. Brush my teeth, wash my face, care for my hair every day to maintain a healthy connection to my hygiene. I write every day to maintain a connection to my voice. That's devoting time to myself. Discipline is, I don't completely think discipline is bad. I think we have to redefine what discipline is, which I have taken the liberty to do so. Sometimes discipline can be restrictive and controlling. It can be very this way or no way. And I feel like sometimes we can use that to our advantage. So I said that you need devotion to be in your purpose. You need discipline to assist with maintaining the quality of our devotion.